Filipino is such an interesting language because I work with Filipino people and they'll be talking it like in their house. And it's weird because it goes between like like that Asian like vowel-y type of language to like bien. It's like Spanish. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see
Like
what
it
you're saying.
kind of goes back.
It's a weird hybrid.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's very
It
interesting.
is the language of a conquered people.
Yeah,
so.
it really is. It's so funny. It's so interesting.
Hey, listen!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an episode of Gameboiz, the podcast where we talk about games, comedy, pop culture, and we come up with better ideas than almost everyone in show business, and no one gives us enough credit for it. Sitting here with my co-host, Mr. William Henderson.
Ba, 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 ba. That was the worst horn.
How you feeling this morning?
That is an 9:20. Why do we always start so? I feel like I get here early as shit and we start late.
Usually, we still have to set up. That's why.
Yeah.
Usually, I mean, our interns, they're late all the time.
They're fucking
it's
worthless, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start paying them.
I don't want to.
Yeah, they don't deserve it. I mean, they don't show up to fucking put our shit
you
together.
You have one job, guys. Just show up, do this. Maybe
we're taking applications.
Yeah. Applications for workers and sponsors. Gameboiz is working on a culinary sponsor of sorts because we're gonna will it into existence, bro.
Yeah,
we're gonna will Pizza Hut to holla at your boys.
Fucking yeah. If any food product would get such good rep from our show,
right?
We would talk about it all the time.
It would probably have to be like a Jollibee though, because I'm Filipino.
Oh, Jollibee?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like it's a Filipino
like a Jolly
fast
Rancher?
food. No,
Oh.
It's a fast food like a restaurant thing. Filipinos fucking love that shit. There's like all
Fast
kinds
food?
of Filipino snacks and stuff. Yeah. I would say it's less fast food, more like diner, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So not necessarily fast food quality, but
not like McDonald's, like fast food.
Yeah, more like Red Robin's almost.
Yeah, but it's quick.
Yeah.
As compared to like some restaurants.
Yeah. And the first time I had it was in Vegas, which is, the other Philippines, if we're being real.
Really?
Yeah.
They love casinos, huh?
Well, they love casinos, they love gambling, and it's just the lights, the flashy really draws.
What are they, moths?
Filipinos are dumb. We're fucking stupid. They're like, oh, look at that over there. It's so shiny. It's so nice. Where is that? It's the Luxor.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, we like to flex. Filipinos have we have a weird culture in terms of like if you line us up against all of Asia, we have a very almost boisterous culture. It's a very supportive community, but it's a very like, I'm better than that. I can do better. I'm gonna do better, and I'm gonna show you.
And on top of that, they have the best sense of humor of all the Asians.
You think so? Probably because they're the brownest and they're all jungle babies, like I call them.
I guess, dude. But I don't know. They just seem to be like, they like to party.
Yeah.
And like, you don't hear that about other Asian cultures. You know what I mean?
True.
It's all about like the
pouring the tea right.
Yeah, and fucking being doctors and shit, which is still part of the Philippine culture.
Filipinos are like, you can be a nurse and then you can do whatever you want. you have a goal and then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I never really felt that from my family though.
About being a nurse? Well, they knew better with you.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. They're like, he's going nowhere.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
How amazed would they be if you became a nurse now?
I would be amazed.
Yeah.
Not even
me too.
They would be
I'd
like,
be sad.
It's about time. You're telling jokes over there. No, what? Are you saving lives?
Yeah.
Whose lives are you making better?
You keep talking about killing.
What is crushing? What are you crushing? Apples? Grapes? You're making wine in California? Do you live in Temecula?
Yeah. Why don't you move up to Napa Valley?
Because Filipinos can't say peas, so it's
Nafa.
Nafa Bali. It's such a weird language that those letters got kind of flipped around.
Yeah.
The V's, the B's, the P's.
There's a Filipino explained it to me that there's no F sound.
Yeah, their language, their mouth never has to make those shapes.
Yeah, so
it's strange. What was I gonna say about the Filipino? I totally spaced out.
I don't know.
I wish my dad taught me
Jollibee.
Some sort of Filipino. I don't know any.
Does
Filipino.
he know Tagalog?
He knows Ilocano.
What is that?
It's another dialect. So I don't know what the crossover is between like if you speak Tagalog or you
Tagalog.
Oh, okay. or Ilocano.
I said it wrong.
Tagalog.
Tagalog.
It's Tagalog.
Log.
Yeah.
Tagalog.
Or you speak Ilocano. They're just different dialects, and I don't know if it's like Spanglish to English kind of thing where you can only pick up some, or if it's just they use different words in different places.
It's like British English versus American English.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case. I do know, however, that most of the people, like Tagalog is the most spoken language, and it's like the city language. And I think I explained this to you, that like the people that spoke Tagalog, they made it all the way to the United States, the mainland of the United States. That's why most Filipinos that you meet out here speak Tagalog, because they had money. That's a long trip. They could make it.
I see. Higher class.
Yeah. And if you spoke Ilocano, traditionally you were working in the fields. You lived closer to a jungle. And you were in a village and stuff. And when you were trying to emigrate, you didn't have money to make it all the way to the States.
So how did your dad make it?
He stopped in Hawaii.
He swam?
No, my family stopped halfway in Hawaii, and
that seems like a good place to stop, dude.
And now it does, but back then,
word.
Back then it definitely, because he got there when he was 10.
Oh wow!
So it was a very much so a plantation-based economy, because like all of the construction and things like that was going on, sort of.
When was your dad born?
What am I? So I'm 30. Fucking.
You don't know how old your dad is?
He might have just turned 53, 54. He's only a few years older than my mom.
Okay, so
he's
we're talking
not
like
60.
So we're talking like the 80s, like 70s.
Yeah, 70s.
Your dad's young, dude.
He's I'm the oldest, and my mom had me when they were pregnant with me, and she was 19, and she had me when she was 20.
Damn.
So yeah, my dad's young, my mom's young. It's weird when I see other people's parents.
Yeah.
That like I'm like, oh, that's not your grandpa. That's weird.
You don't know your great grandpa?
Huh.
That's weird.
I don't know my great grandpa actually.
No, me neither.
It's weird. My dad always wanted me to go back to the Philippines, and my mom was afraid I would get kidnapped.
Why would they just take another Filipino child?
That's what I thought. Like, you know? I look like them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna. Yeah. I'm not a boisterous person.
Dude, I'll go to the Philippines with you, bro.
No, I'll be down. We should go.
I'll protect you.
There's probably no coronavirus there.
You can ride on my back and like a little backpack things.
No, if in order to blend in, you'd have to ride on my back, dude.
We get one of those like chariot things.
Yeah.
What are they called?
The jeepneys.
Sure.
Yeah, the little carts and stuff. Those are. Yeah, those are prevalent in almost all like Southeast Asian countries. They're so cool though. Like the Filipinos do that shit right.
Really?
Like that looks.
They put speakers on it and lights.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like Vegas on wheels, bro. It makes sense that you're like, oh, you guys fucking love this shit.
It's party, man.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they invented the underglow for their thing. Like fuck Fast and the Furious. Yeah. It was Paul and his Filipino buddies.
Look, it lights up.
Yeah, it's like it lights up, and it's like that's why you needed 30 bulbs, bro. I thought you were building a house.
I thought you were putting up Christmas lights.
Yeah, I've been told though that I guess my family on that side, the family that still lives in the Philippines, is as of this point relatively wealthy.
Nice.
And it's probably because most of the family has left and then continues to send money back.
Yeah.
And then there's like a compound there that's.
A compound?
Yeah.
Your family has a compound?
Sort of. It's
Dude,
because
we gotta
land.
Go.
It's because land is so cheap out there, you know, and building is so cheap. There's no permits. No one's paying attention. like I read somewhere that in the Philippines you can rent an island for like $200 for a weekend or something.
Let's do that.
But I'm like, all right, hang on. whose island is it? One.
Who cares?
No, that's how you fucking horror movies start, dude.
Fend off pirates.
It's gonna be like a Hunger Games. I'm down, actually.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Doing fucking wrist rockets.
We go out,
pick them out,
build fucking shelter, create a fire. That sounds fun, dude. Fight off snakes and koala bears or whatever the fuck you got out there.
I don't know what kind of animals are there.
I mean,
it's like
it's got to be something dangerous.
It's tropical.
Yeah, it's got to be dangerous.
Everything there's
fucking
dangerous.
Mosquitoes the size of your head and shit. Just suck your eyeball straight out of your head.
That explains why they eat balut.
What's
Do you
that?
know balut? It's
I've heard it before, but
it's how would you describe it? It's basically a chicken fetus. You're eating
that's so gross.
An unborn chick.
Just eat the chicken.
They do that too. It's a delicacy, bro.
Is
like,
it, dude?
Yeah. It's like a snack, bro. They serve that shit on the street.
Oh,
I've heard
dime a dozen. Huh?
I've heard it's good. I can't get past the texture though.
Oh yeah,
but I've seen all of my family members eat it.
It's just like a full fetus.
Yeah, it's in the egg. It's unhatched.
No.
It doesn't have feathers though. It's like they take it at a certain point so it can't develop any longer.
Right.
And then they boil that bitch.
Dude, it tried to do that in America. See what happens.
Right? Fuck, they don't even let you eat foie gras.
Oh my god. People would freak the fuck out. I've decided that California's a bunch of pussies. And I'm over the people that I love it here, but I'm over the people that are here.
Why? Why are they pussies?
It's just all this political shit. I'm just fucking
you don't think it's just the time of the year?
No,
and
no.
the current guy in charge, maybe?
No, I think they're just actual pussies for the most part.
How so?
They just fucking complain about everything. They have a problem with everything, and then it just flip-flops. Like with the Trump COVID thing, everybody just flip-flopped to the other side of the opinion. And I was just like, I'm done with you fucking people. I'm over it, dude. Like,
yeah, it's weird because California's so densely populated, but at the same time, California's in such a unique bubble, and so many people don't see it.
It's like so progressive that it's not. They're like, oh yeah, be yourself, do what you want, our way.
Yeah, that's a good way to put that.
And it's fucking annoying.
Well, that's how I live my life. I'm like, do what you want, just do it my way.
Yeah. But it's just like that defeats what you're trying to do here. It's like, I don't know, they want you to be progressive, but not. I don't know. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it's hard to be progressive / innovative when you've been given this box that you have to play in, otherwise people get upset.
Yeah.
It's like, how am I supposed to change shit then?
Right.
How do I start a business and wreck shit up if I have rules to play by?
It's just so stupid.
Yeah.
It's just so dumb.
And a lot of people don't. It's virtue signaling, really.
Oh, you're getting mad that people are eating unborn chickens? Are we short of chickens? Are we? I don't think we are.
Are we
think
not
it's okay.
the top of the food chain?
Jesus Christ. Like,
that's what
oh my
we
God.
get for being at the top. We get to decide.
Like, I was talking to my sister the other day, and I was talking about my dog and how I kind of regret getting him fixed.
First off, I don't know where this is going because we were talking about Filipinos, and now we're talking about your dog, and we were talking about unborn chickens, but continue.
So... And I was talking about how I kind of regret getting him fixed because I was like, oh, like I kind of wish I could have bred him because he's adorable and there's money there.
Yeah.
And she was like, really?
You're
like
such a dance dad.
I know.
You're going to exploit your kids.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, that's why I'm not having real children. I get in trouble. But
I hope Bo's listening to this going, hey, man, I thought I was real.
And she was like, oh, in California, like people get mad at you for like breeding dogs. And I'm like, oh, at this point, I don't care. I don't care anymore because I have to do what helps me. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about like voting now. Where I'm like, I'm gonna vote how I want to vote now, not how everybody else tells me I should vote.
Right.
But and it's like, well, don't you want to like support the black community and like all this shit? And it's like, yeah, my beliefs will fall in line with that. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not going to go and be like, which one is the best for like poor people? Because guess what? I don't give a fuck. I'm poor too.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever's best for me. That's all that matters now. Everybody else can suck a dick.
I feel like when people are selling it too hard, it puts me on the other end. Like, it's like, vote yes on this. I'm like, all right, I've seen this every day of my life. And you texted me every day, I'm going to vote no just because I hate you.
Right. Yeah. And that's, dude, I went to McDonald's the other day. They had a thing in there that was like, register to vote. I'm like, just give me my bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want you to tell me to vote. Like, I'm already registered. And these social media shit, how do you not know I'm registered? You know everything else about me, but you can't tell me I'm registered? Get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm going to throw my phone out the window.
It's classified, bro.
It's just so annoying. It's just so
and
annoying.
then even after you click yes, registered, it doesn't register.
So stupid.
It's like, oh, are you
Fuck
sure?
off.
Double check.
And what's weird is like that, like, make sure you go vote is all a progressive movement, the liberal movement. There's no Republicans being like, make sure you go out and vote, son, like, because they're already gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's all these fucking idiots that
Also,
think that their vote doesn't matter.
If you don't vote, they win anyway.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, man. It's just so annoying. People are annoying, and I'm fucking over it.
It sounds like you don't like being told what to do.
You're absolutely right. I don't.
It sounds like you're a grown man who makes your own decisions, who's independent.
Yeah.
And you don't need someone else to tell you what to do.
You're goddamn right.
And I think that's how everyone should live.
Yeah. That's how the country should run.
You're so California. Do what you want. Just do it my way.
No, I feel like I'm a very, like, do what you want as long as it doesn't fuck with me.
Yeah, I agree. That's how I feel about religion.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, man, do whatever you want. Just don't fucking knock on my door at 7 o'clock on a weekend. I'm sleeping, you fucking assholes.
Yeah. Fucking Mormon.
I used to be so pissed when my mom was like, we're going to church. Like, bitch, it's 8:30 in the morning.
No. Is God only there in the morning?
Yeah, like,
Fuck out of here.
Let's do this at 2 o'clock in the after lunch.
It's Easter Sunday. We got to go at sunrise now for some stupid reason.
Retarded.
And go find eggs, even though that's definitely a pagan thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I will say that, like, the pastor that we went to church with, he was pretty funny. So, like, when he was talking, I would usually stay inside. It was probably like 9 o'clock in the morning by then, and I was falling asleep. But when he was talking, I would stay just because it was captivating.
Yeah.
But
I've definitely seen pastors like that.
My
before,
church was so strongly, like, we use songs to worship God, and it was in between every fucking, like, 3-4 songs between every pastor set. I don't know what you'd call it, but
set.
Yeah.
He gets the light.
Yeah, we should go back and start just giving pastors
so funny,
lights.
dude.
Yeah, wait till he says something offensive to you, and then just light him, just flash him.
You know what's funny is they always put the clocks at the back of the room so that he could see it, I think.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then, like, you're turning around to look at when the fuck is this going to be over?
Yeah, what time is it? We got here at 8:30. It's
Oh my
8:32. Fuck, dude.
And I went to, like, Methodist, which isn't even, like, it was never, like, super long. Like,
Did
anytime.
you go, was your church in a church?
Yeah.
Oh.
Big church.
Weird flex.
Yeah. Paid for by the taxpayers for some reason. But
Wow.
no, I don't know how. I think they did just pure donations, which is real crazy. I never understood jokes. Like, comedians make jokes about missing football games because of church. It just, like, especially on the East Coast because it's the time difference. But, like, out here it makes sense because, like, 10 o'clock is, like, football games. Like, back home it's 1 o'clock. So it's like, how are you missing? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know. I was just always confused by that. But then when I moved out here, I was like, oh, okay. But hey, don't go to church. How about that? What's more important? You know, football.
Going to church was always weird because, like, I was a kid that was always questioning things. Like, I'd look things up so I could ask and be like, well, why do we have to go to church when Jesus said worship at home? Blah,
There you
blah,
go.
blah.
There you go.
And then people would ignore me because
Naturally, because you had a good
asshole.
point. And religions don't like it when you have good points.
They don't. It's fucking rude. What did I ask? One of my pastors, maybe it was a coach, I don't remember. I asked about, like, you know, I do have gay family members, and their response wasn't continue to love them. It was keep telling them about God, and eventually they'll come around. It's like,
They'll definitely come.
I don't think you know how this works. I think you don't understand.
That shit, too. I'm just like, just pray and God will take care of it. It's like, what? And, like, old people that continue to pray, it's like, haven't you done enough? You know?
Didn't he answer you already? You're
And,
still
like,
alive.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my God, just save that time. But then they have so much time. They don't know what to do.
My
with
church was weird too, though, because they were always like, God will provide, and they were one of those fucking Christian churches. And then Like, our church was in a cafeteria in an elementary school. I was like, he's not providing, bro. Like,
providing you French toast sticks.
Yeah, not even that, dude. My church didn't have snacks. I was a fat kid. You know, wake me up at 8:30 and then not feed me breakfast. I'm gonna be mad the whole time.
The only thing I liked about church was like after the service, we had like Sunday school, and our Sunday school teacher would always bring donuts, and I was just fucking. That's the only reason I went.
I remember there might have been like 3 or 4 times after church there was like a craft services table for everyone.
Yeah, we do like potluck type deal.
Yeah, and that's I feel like how my mom got me to go. She was like, maybe there'll be food after.
Maybe 1 time out of 5. There's once a month, you know.
And then she wanted like they would always try to make me to go hang out with the kids and like.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. I was like 10 and the kids were like 7. It's like,
right.
We're not the same kid. Okay.
Right. Well, it was dope about we had a gym in our church, like full like basketball court.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I would have to do laps around the cafeteria. I would just walk around the cafeteria because I was like, I can't sit in here anymore.
That's so boring.
I'm gonna go pee 9 times in 2 hours. Maybe that's why I pee a lot, because it's church's fault. It's God's fault I pee a lot.
Yeah. I mean, everything's God's fault when you want to break it down.
But God works in mysterious ways.
Nope, it's but also Satan.
Satan tempts. I've been watching a lot of scary movies.
Oh yeah, what you been watching?
And we're going through Paranormal Activity.
Oh, I love them. I fucking love them, dude. People talk shit about them, and they're like, they're not scary. I'm like, they're great.
Yeah,
they're great
movies.
movies.
Have you seen them all?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, the one in L.A. There's 6.
Ooh, maybe not then.
Yeah, so there's 1 through.
I think maybe I saw up
4?
to 4 with the little girls. Was that 4?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think
that might have been 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 3 actually.
Okay.
1 is with Katie.
Yeah.
2 is where they're
the friends or the sister.
The sister, and then she comes back to steal Hunter.
Right.
And then 3 is where they're girls, the little Katie.
Right. It's like
and
the origin
Christy.
story.
Yeah. And then 4.
I'm getting goosebumps.
It's good. Oh, you're missing out there. I think you should watch 4 through 6. It might.
I feel like I saw 4. I don't know what was 4.
4 was it was in Nevada, and
Definitely didn't see it.
Katie lived across the street, and she had a little boy, and then the little boy had to stay with the family across the street, and then that little boy was trying to be friends with that family's little boy because I guess that family had adopted that little boy, and that was Hunter. So at some point, Katie had lost Hunter,
And she came in at the end of that movie, didn't she? And killed the guy at the end.
Killed the guy
in the living room.
No, that was
because like there was no sign of her the whole movie until the very. I remember this.
Oh, I think she might have snapped his neck or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I remember that.
And there was that one, and then
I got goosebumps.
Say it again, Mufasa. And then after that was that was the one that was in L.A.
Right.
In Oxnard with the Mexicans and the apartment. Do you remember that one? Have you seen that one?
I don't think so.
I think it's called The Marked Ones.
I don't think I saw that one.
And then after that is the Ghost Dimension. I just watched the Ghost Dimension yesterday
Okay,
for the first time.
Are the last ones good? The last couple there?
In terms of a story continuity, no. I would say they're the Too Fast, Too Furious, and Tokyo Drift of the series.
Okay.
Whereas, like, you still get what you want. There's good jump scares. It's fun. Those are always going to be fun. But in terms of what connects it and makes it whole, it doesn't really live up.
Yeah. I mean, dude.
But if you're there for the ride, fuck it.
Right. Well, the first movie was so good. It was such a build-up of, like, it was just, like, little shit that would happen. You're like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. It felt, what I liked about the first one, and I think is kind of why I enjoy horror movies now, is that it was low budget.
Yeah.
And
extremely low budget,
yeah,
right?
And they were hungry. They wanted it. They wanted to make a quality, scary film.
And that was, like, there wasn't movies like that.
No, that was a game changer.
Yeah.
This found footage, like, it was
I mean, there was Blair Witch, but it was
different in that this one's, even in the marketing, they were trying to sell it as real. Like,
right,
most people were like, is it real? Is it not?
Good point.
Because Katie's name is Katie and Mika's name is Mika. So even if you Google them, you're like, oh, this shit's real.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I know there were plenty of people that went to watch it and came out and was like, I'm pretty sure I just watched a smut film. Like, we just watched people die.
Yeah.
But
isn't that weird that like you can see someone be dragged out of bed and be like, oh my God, I think that's real. Like,
yeah.
what are you talking about,
Yeah.
dude? Like everything.
And it does it so right, too.
Yeah.
But it's because of what you were saying earlier. Like, little things happen, and it's this slow progression.
Yeah.
and then-
Whereas like in the second one, it's just kind of like right to it.
Yeah,
Like they don't fuck around.
that's
They
true.
get right to it.
Oh, yeah. They just straight, like, drag people down the stairs
Yeah,
and
and
stuff.
just pots and pans all over the place. Whereas like in the first one, it was a slow build
Yeah.
and it was like tense and it was fucking. Yeah.
Number 2 has my favorite scare of the series. Now that we've gone through it, it's where the all of the doors
the
open up.
cupboards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because up until that point, you don't get a daytime scare.
That's a good
You
point.
know, she's just sitting there reading her shit and boom.
Boom. Whoa.
Like,
And then, dude, and then you think about like cinematically, like how the fuck did they do that? You know what I mean?
I mean, you can.
People in green suits. There's
No.
probably like 14 dudes, just 1, 2, 3, right? I mean,
I'm sure there's plenty of like guys behind pulling or pushing
Pulling
things open,
strings
but
or,
I'm
like-
also sure that there's it's servos on the cabinet
there's
doors.
a mechanism to push
yeah,
it
that
open.
just pushes them out
Yeah.
real quick.
Probably like an air, like CO2. Yeah.
gives you that boom too.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Look at us, dude. We're making a movie.
Making fucking yeah. But yeah, what the first one did, they didn't really carry on through the series. It seems like, you know, somebody's taking it and they want to put their own flavor on it, and so it changes
Oh, okay.
things.
It's not like the original directors and shit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, that makes sense. It was bought by
Yeah.
a studio, I'm
But
sure.
Blumhouse. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Blumhouse,
don't know
they
that.
do like I think the Insidious, they do like the Annabelle.
Oh, Insidious
and
is
the Conjuring.
Insidious is my favorite horror
Really?
series. Yeah, by far.
Mm.
It's so good. It's so good.
Maybe I watched it too late. It's good, but it's not my. I think just for fun, I think Paranormal Activity is my favorite.
Have you seen all the Insidiouses?
Yes. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
so good,
They are good.
man.
though.
Later
Yeah.
on, dude, it's funny now, like scary movies, like they're getting really good at like, oh, you think there's gonna be a scare here? Oh, there's not. But there's one here. You know,
Yeah.
it's like right after you get like comfortable again.
It's almost sometimes though. It's almost too predictable.
Yeah, but it still gets you.
I guess
I mean, it gets me. 'Cause
the
I'm a
anxiety
pussy,
for sure
yeah.
is there. It's like I want to look away.
Yeah.
Like I'm always afraid I'm gonna see something that I can't unsee. You know?
Yeah, but I always think that, but then I think I'm like I've never had that problem. I don't have nightmare. I don't have dreams, so like I don't worry about it.
IRL or when I sleep. I have zero dreams or aspirations.
None at all.
I don't. It doesn't like initiate nightmares in me, but there are things that stick with me, like the Scream mask. I was a little scared of that for a while.
I never found that scary.
I think I was just too young when it came out.
It doesn't even have like a scary like
I thought it was.
look to it.
I thought it was.
It's more just that he kills people.
I think it's
Like,
it was an eerie look, and I hadn't really experienced.
was
that.
that mask made for that movie, or was that something
no,
that existed? It's just a Halloween mask, right?
No, it's a painting. It's based on a painting.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a Van Gogh painting. Yeah,
one?
no, he's a, yeah. And that's what that mask
It's like
is
the Home
supposed to be.
Alone.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah. It was eerie to me.
But
was
it almost has a
unsettling.
smile.
No, it doesn't.
No?
No, it's got.
Oh, that's just the one that they sell at Halloween USA.
yeah,
Has a smile on it.
yeah, that's the one they sell in Utah, bro.
Yeah.
So it's all safe and shit.
Yeah.
The blood is green.
Yeah, remember the ones you could like push the button and the blood would come down?
Yeah, and then you had the bleeding knife that all the blood would go into the handle and you turn it upside down.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That's cool.
That stuck with me, and then there's a. For some reason, I had this weird aversion to seeing hanging people.
Oh, dude. You're weird.
I know. I was a weird kid, though. And
Yeah.
things, I think I was introduced to things too soon, too quickly. Like, I was forced to kind of explain it to myself in my head because no one ever really explained it to me.
You saw someone hanging?
Just
like,
in movies.
in movies?
In movies, it was very unsettling is the only way I can describe it.
Dude, that is not the way to go. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Oh my God, dude. I just can't. Because especially if you're just like on a stool and kick it over, like you're just sitting, like you're just hanging there choking.
Mhm.
It's not like you just die. You're waiting to die.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you seen?
You have time to regret it. You know, like I don't want that. Just
But
boom, be it over
You
with.
have time to regret it, but then you have time to admire your skills.
Handiwork.
Yeah, you're like, wow, this is really hard to undo. Oh shit! I don't know if I can do this. Oh, so close. Bye.
I have somebody that I went to school with whose dad hung himself.
That sucks.
Yeah. It's just like, man, that just doesn't seem like the way to go unless you're jumping from a balcony.
Yeah.
It's gonna break your neck. That's
what I was getting. Have you seen Castle Rock?
Castle Rock.
Yeah, it's a series.
No.
It's a series that kind of pays homage to all of like Stephen King's works. So it's kind of cool. It's very well written.
Okay.
But the opening scene, this dude's killing himself. It's episode 1, he's killing himself. And so he's in his car and he's got a rope and he's driving somewhere. He's all nicely dressed and you're like, oh, this guy's going to fucking hang himself somewhere. And then he gets to this place and then he wraps the rope around his neck, but he's still in the car. And you're like, what's going on? And then he wraps the other side of the rope to the tree and then gets back in the car and then drives off a cliff. So basically decapitates himself and sends the rest of his body into the lake.
Oh my God.
I'm like, you know what? That's a very convenient way to go.
You
know?
thought this through,
Yeah.
dude. Jesus Christ.
You know, part of the reason I don't kill myself is because I don't want to inconvenience anyone else's day.
Oh my
Like, I don't want to
God.
ruin someone else's day because I ruined my life.
I mean, it's someone's job to go and clean up people. So.
But it's also not someone's job to run into your body accidentally.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
a good point. Yeah.
I don't want to, like, hang myself in here and then some UPS driver or even my girlfriend comes in. It's like, I wasn't expecting this. This is my life is forever changed.
That's why you put the note on the outside of the door.
yeah, the
Yeah.
note, do
Yeah.
not disturb.
Yeah.
Like, dude, shower. It smells bad up there. Fucking gross.
Did you watch what was that Netflix series? Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I didn't see for fuck's sake.
Haunted House on
The Haunting of Hill House?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
that
I
with
enjoy that story.
dude. The way they bring it around and like it is spectacular. But the girl,
Yeah.
she, like the hanging part, that fucking blew my mind. Like how it was like, oh my God, it's me. Like,
Yeah.
that was fucking
Yeah,
that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Yeah,
I
it's
just-
great.
I loved it. She was
just
haunting herself, dude.
They just they're doing another one.
Yeah, I knew that.
The
Yeah.
Bly Manor, and I just started that one.
Oh wait, it's like the same people that make it.
Yeah.
And it's like the same kind of idea.
It's similar in the sense of like a American Horror Story where it's the same cast but it's different roles. So this one, it's not a follow up or anything. This one's a different haunting. It's someplace called Bly, and it's in the UK, and it's the haunting of Bly Manor, obviously. But everyone's playing different roles, and it's still chilling. I would say
That's
it's
weird.
Very well written. You don't like that shit? Like, I love American Horror Story.
I didn't like American Horror Story only because of the acting. The lady that was in it, I fucking hate that lady.
There's plenty of ladies in it.
The
Which
main
one?
lady.
The old lady, Sarah. Is it the lesbian lady or the old lady?
Hold on.
Jessica something. Plenty of them. Because there were good American Horror Stories, and then there were plenty of bad ones. So, what's cool is that like they're all canon to each other. They're all supposed to be in the same universe. So like, season 1 is in the same universe as season 5. So eventually they kind of get a crossover between 2 seasons. You get a season with the witches. I think it was season 3 or 4, and then it's an apocalyptic season. I think that was 7, and then you get like callback. It's really cool when they do that. But to get there is a fucking chore.
I'm trying, dude. I hate these pictures they use on like IMDb because they don't look like the people that.
Is she young or is she old?
She's older. Oh, this chick right here, Connie Britton.
Connie Britton. Oh, is that the weird eye lady?
I don't know, dude.
I'm gonna have to see.
I'm trying to pull it up. I don't know why I can't just. Here we go.
It's weird that you say the acting, because I would say the acting is
This
pretty
lady.
good. I don't know what she is. Which one did you watch?
Dude, at the beginning. I watched like 3
Oh,
episodes.
that's the mom.
And I'm like, I'm over this.
In Murder House.
I don't like this chick.
Oh, that's the best one.
I don't like her. Any movie I see her in, I'm like, I'm out.
You don't like her? You think she's a
No.
bad actress?
Yeah.
I
I don't think she's a bad actress, but she doesn't hold me.
I guess. She
Hold me.
She gets a good. I think you should go back and watch it.
I disagree.
I think you should.
There's 9 seasons, bro. I'm not gonna do that. Like, it's just too much.
Just watch
man.
1.
I'd rather rewatch
2,
Game of Thrones.
4, and 6.
I'm just gonna rewatch Game of Thrones.
No, that's even bigger waste of time. Bro.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it
How
is.
dare you?
You can watch the first 4 seasons
Of what?
Game of Thrones, and then
No,
it
I'm
starts
gonna watch
getting
it all.
bad.
How dare you?
Really?
It's so good.
Dude, it went from best show on television that
You're a
everyone
fucking-
talks
you're
about,
a sheep.
and then
It was still the biggest show on television all the way up to the end.
nobody talks about it now, though.
Because it's been over.
No.
Of course not. Why would they?
No, because
Nobody talks about Breaking Bad anymore.
Everyone talks
No,
about
they
Breaking Bad.
do
You're talking
not.
about it now.
No, only because people don't talk about
No,
it.
I feel like Aaron too. He's like, "Have you seen Breaking Bad? You haven't seen Breaking Bad? Oh, you should see Breaking Bad." Like everyone that
Yeah, you
feels
should
that
also
way.
see Game of Thrones.
Nobody tells you that about Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, because they're pussies and they think it was a bad... Which, by the way, none of you fucking idiots could have written that script better, so go fuck yourselves. Again, all these California cunts think they can do shit better. I'm just so fucking... Let's keep going.
no, I like your rage here.
They're... dude, just everybody thinks they can do shit better
You
than
liked
other
the
people.
way it ended?
It was the ending. I don't care. It's just, it ended. At least it had an ending. At least it wasn't like, oh, I wonder what happened after that. You know? It was very like, this is what happened after this story. Cut and dry. Boom. Right?
No.
Because when Breaking Bad ended, it was like, we don't even know what really happened after that. What happened to Jesse? Did Walter even actually die? I don't know. There's all these theories. You don't need that. You don't need that.
But you could have had the last season of Game of Thrones stand alone. And it made the rest, it almost disrespected the viewer in the sense of like the time that you put in to pay attention and grow with these characters didn't matter anymore. These characters that you know are now fundamentally different. And in the last season, it shows.
Cinematic marvel.
It shows a
And
disregard.
You know it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're,
It shows.
You're just going along with what everybody else is saying.
No, because I
bro.
rewatched it on my own. I rewatched
No.
it after because when it ended, I was like, I guess I'm okay with that. And then as I'm rewatching it, you see nuggets, you see good storytelling and foreshadowing and themes and elements that repeat themselves. And in the last season, all of that goes to shit. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, how many other times has Game of Thrones shattered what we expected from film and TV? Killing Ned Stark at the end of the first season, it's like, that doesn't happen.
It's not the fact that it doesn't happen. It's the fact that they're in the beginning, they were practicing good storytelling. They had good writing. They had good writers. And then the moment like they had to figure it out themselves without the books.
Well, that was
They
that was a
kinda
mistake.
went off the rails.
That was their mistake, but that's also George R.R. Martin's fault. I say blame him for not being fast enough. Write your books fast, you fat fuck.
It's still not out.
It's
It's still not out. Like,
well, like why?
right,
At this point, why put it out?
because now he sees what didn't work, and now he can write a good ending. That's my problem. It's
No,
not that it's a bad
if he was
series.
smart, he would just do it the same.
It's not that it's a bad series. It's that they had the craft that they were practicing in the beginning was there. It was evident, and nearer to the end, it's like they didn't care about it. They were like, we got all this money already, bro. I'm just going to finish this because I have 3 more projects that I want to do. And that's what it felt like to me.
It was fine.
It felt like the directors were getting text messages about like, hey, is this okay? And they're like, yeah, it's fine.
No, like meetings. It was just
Yeah.
yeah. Leave the Starbucks cup in. We
But
don't
like
care.
that's what I enjoy about The Mandalorian is it feels like in terms of a vision that the director is there.
Okay.
consistently.
Well, we're only 1 season in, so fucking calm your tits, all right?
But we're getting a new trilogy.
If you would have just seen Game of Thrones season 1, you'd been like, yeah, this show is fucking awesome.
It was. It
Yeah,
was
exactly. So that's how you feel about The
absolutely.
Mandalorian.
Absolutely.
You gotta wait. Okay, you can't compare. Now, Breaking Bad, I'll give you that one was probably a better show than Game of Thrones. Ultimately, yes.
I haven't seen it, but I'll agree with you.
What? How have you not
See?
seen it?
See?
But I would say the same thing with Game of Thrones.
I haven't seen it.
Yes, you have.
I know. I haven't seen it, but I'll take your word for it.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. Breaking Bad's a little different because it is kind of like a network TV show, so it's like a little
A little too clean.
Yeah.
for what it should be.
Yeah, you're
Like
meth.
weeds.
You're making meth.
That's why
It's
I think that's why I didn't like Breaking Bad, is because I watched Weeds and I watched it, I followed it, and I fell off with it as well.
Yeah.
And it felt similar in the sense of like this bitch is getting threatened by cartels, and you're not going to show a single person getting their head cut off.
Yeah.
Like this is a dark business.
Yeah.
Like it ruined the immersion for me, I think. And I've seen Breaking Bad, and I know like clips of Breaking Bad, and I know it's good, and I understand it's cleaner because it's FX.
But even
was it FX?
Oh man.
HBO?
No, it wasn't HBO. It was
HBO?
No, it was like AMC.
AMC?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But I mean, for what they could work with, they did it. Like they did what they could, and they pushed it. I mean, they pushed their boundary for sure.
I feel like Breaking Bad is the reason now everyone can start just saying shit and
Yeah, I mean they had some F words and they just bleeped them out. It's like,
I don't know. I might get around to trying it again because I know that it's quality and I know that I'm the problem.
It's a little bit of a slow build at the beginning. Like, how much did you watch?
The first 3 episodes.
Okay,
probably.
yeah. It's a little slow build at the beginning, but like once you get like in the midst of it, it's just nonstop.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Have you seen Weeds?
I've seen some of it.
Similar.
Yeah.
But it falls off hard. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, she can't just keep fucking her way out of problems. Sorry. It's fucking so dumb.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
We should I found a list of top 10 well, not top 10, but best horror games to scare yourself silly with.
I'm not going to play any of them.
Me either. Do you remember in
This is perfect. This is October. It's almost
yeah,
Halloween.
Do you remember one of the Paranormal Activities?
I have a spooky
Ooh,
coffee
look
mug.
at you. You're so
know.
fitting.
I know.
They had in I think it was Paranormal 4. They were using like the Xbox Kinect camera, and you could see like dots and stuff in the living room, and then you could kind of see the dots would outline an apparition.
Dude, stop. I'm getting goosebumps again, man.
Like it would be like a living room shot, and then you'd see from forward, you see it going up the stairs, you could see down into the kitchen, and it's a wide shot essentially, but it's the Kinect camera and the infrared dots, and then the kids are playing, and then if you're not paying attention, you don't really notice that there looks like to be an invisible child sitting on the couch, and then right at the end of the scene it gets up and that's Toby, essentially the ghost, the apparition, and the kids make a version of Toby on the Kinect. And the dad's like, oh, what's that? And the kid's like, oh, that's Toby. And they don't know about Toby yet. So they're like, that's what Toby looks like. And it's just 2 eyes on a white face with a mouth. It's like a Wii, like, or a me.
Yeah,
That's what they're called.
yeah.
It's just 2 eyes and a mouth, and it's creepy looking.
Oh, dude.
Anyway, this game, on the first on this, is called Pathologic 2. And it looks, I'm just going to turn this around so you can see. It looks like Toby. It looks creepy
my
as
God.
shit. It's like a Slenderman with a Toby mask. And apparently that jumps up and scares you. I don't know anything about this game, but I saw that and I was
shit.
like, that's creepy looking. I don't know if I want to
dude.
run into that in any video game.
No.
That's so scary.
Dude, do you know what Slender Man is?
Scary?
But I don't get the concept.
I don't know. It's just like a urban legend, right? Like
Yeah, but it's like
everything else.
recent. It's like it wasn't a thing when we were kids.
I'll go back. Let's see. So Slenderman is a fictional supernatural character. Oh, he was an internet meme. That's why. It was one of the creepypasta. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Creepypasta is awesome.
a creepypasta internet meme. He's from 2009. So you're right. Yeah. I guess it was just a meme. It was probably that game, you know?
But
do you remember that game?
what?
I think it was from creepypasta. That like you were in a forest and you kind of had to find your way out, and if you went the wrong way, the Slenderman would find you, and then you had to run away from it, and it was
No, I never played
this
that.
was like
That sounds scary.
pre-streaming even. Like
So it
I
was
remember
like Flash game.
essentially, yeah. It was fucking it was intense.
Dude. But there's something weird about Slender Man where like kids were using it as like a catalyst to like kill people.
That makes sense. No, it doesn't, but
It doesn't because kids are stupid.
are you sure that's not like a hoax?
Dude.
Were they killing? Because wasn't there a few of those? They're like, oh, there's people telling kids to kill each other in YouTube videos, but like that wasn't necessarily true and shit like that. Because in 2009, internet rumors were rampant.
Are you ready?
Yes.
On May 31st, 2014.
Can you do this in a scary voice?
And on May 31st.
That's pretty good,
that's
actually. Yeah.
On May 31st, 2014, in Waukesha, Wisconsin, two 12-year-old girls lured their best friend Peyton Leutner,
Not scared anymore.
Leutner, into the woods and stabbed her 19 times. In an attempt to prove the fictional character Slender Man was real, the victim crawled to a road where she was found and recovered after 6 days in the hospital.
Dun, dun, dun. You know what that is? That's dumb kids.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. Those are the kids that are like, do you want to go play Bloody Mary? And I don't believe in it, but no.
I'm going to make you...
Like, do you want to play with a Ouija board? I don't believe in it, but no.
Have you ever done it?
No.
I have.
No.
It didn't work.
Seems weird.
Stupid.
Seems scary. Maybe you're just in the wrong spot, bro. Maybe you needed to kill someone first.
Well, I was with my devil of an ex-girlfriend, so I feel like...
You should do it at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, the devil's hour.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Is that what it is? 3 o'clock?
Yeah. I don't know why, but it's always... I mean, watch Paranormal. That's
you
where
think
I got
it'd be
that
like
from.
6 o'clock, you know?
You think it'd be 4:20, realistically. Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you played Fatal Frame?
No.
Do you know this
I don't
game?
play scary games, dude. I can't do it.
I got in when I was getting those demo discs, those monthly demo discs for PlayStation. The first Fatal Frame came out, and that was the second scary game I tried to play. It was, I think it's a Capcom game, which means it's difficult, and it's a horror game in like it's first person, and your only weapon is a camera.
This is like Resident Evil type shit.
Yeah. And you know how scary it is to walk into a haunted house with no ammo, and your ammo is a film canister?
Why the fuck would you do that?
Because you have to. It was mythical in that, like, you capture souls with your camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you know what's fucked up when you have to look directly at the ghosts that are like just jumping at you.
Stop.
And then they just jump out.
Oh my God.
And you can't hold a flashlight and the camera at the same time because apparently you only have one hand. No. And then it lights up via flash for an instant.
No.
Fucking crazy.
Stop, dude. Stop. You're freaking me out.
So on this list is Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly. They're like, you're scared? Cool. You know what game shouldn't be scary?
So it's like Pokemon Snap for ghosts.
Oh, that's a good way to put that. I would say it's more Resident Evil for ghosts. Like, because you're trying to kill them, quote unquote. And it's I think it's rated T because there's no blood and there's no violence.
Right. It's just scary.
Yeah. Which is fucked up because that game fucked me up. Like, I played it twice on the demo disc. The demo disc. I did. It's like the tutorial. It
ruined your life.
Yeah, it did because I wasn't ready for that. Before that, I played Dino Crisis, and that scared the shit. You played Dino Crisis? It's dinosaurs, which shouldn't be scary, but plenty of jump scares.
I think I might have tried. I think at some point I played it, but
plenty of jump scares.
Was that on there?
Dino Crisis, not yet. We're on number 21 so far.
Oh my God.
Fear is number 21. Do you remember Fear?
No.
It was a first-person shooter that, like, it had bullet time, and you were like this super soldier thing that was sent to this scientific base. Very like Doom the movie. It's like a scientific base. Something happened, and now it's got this rift that spirits can kind of apparate into, and you're following this girl who kind of looks like the Ring girl.
Creepy.
Yeah. And all the lights go off, so you have obviously a body thing. And
obviously.
And then she kills your entire team, and now you have to kind of
except you
get out. Yeah.
Or she wants to fuck you, or what?
I mean, it seems like it, honestly, because she's always behind you. She just shows up.
Why else would you not kill me?
Yeah. It was good because usually what would happen is you would, find a room, clear it out of enemies, and then you're all calm, you're looking for ammo, and then boom!
Oh, Jesus, you scared me. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
And then there's this bitch just there, and the room is on fire, and it's bleeding, and there's a hole in the ground.
Oh, no.
And then you have to, like, turn around and run. You run through the hallway, and you hear her, like, behind you as you're running, and then like it collapses open, and then you fall into the hallway, and you black out, and you wake up, and you're in the room still.
No.
You're like, what the fuck just happened?
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
It's stressful.
It's so I can't like I don't feel like my heart can take that shit, dude.
That game does a good job of making it like scary because you're not sure what's real.
Right.
And
right.
it's so scary,
dude.
It's terrifying. They have 2 of those.
I'm
for your
sweating
games.
right now.
You should. You should. That was another one I played on a demo disc, and I was like, I'm over this
dude,
one.
Then the weird thing, like, video game horror scares me way more than movie horror. Like, way more. Because
you have to make the decisions.
Because you're controlling it, and it's like, oh, I could just not go in there.
Yeah.
And I'll just stand here. I don't have a problem with that.
I'll just never finish this game.
Save game, and I'll come back to that eventually. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll jump to number 11 here. Resident Evil 4.
4, huh?
4. Yeah, that's where you play as Leon.
Nice.
But I feel like RE4 was kind of the flagship, like.
That was a real popular one.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
That was because that one was Xbox One, PS4, so it was like good graphics. It was where they're like, hey, we understand you're tired of this over arcadey, plenty of zombies kind of coming after you. Let's make this shit scary again. And I think that's the one where you start as Leon and you just walk into this city and you have no idea what's going on. And it's empty, and you walk into a house and you hear the scratches and you're like, motherfucker. And then you find guns, there's 6 bullets in it. You're like, I don't know what's going on now. That's the scary part.
I think I would be more apt to play a horror game if it wasn't like a horror survival game where it's like get your gunpowder and your fucking whatever, like, and make a health potion. Like, I don't want to do that stuff. Like, I don't know.
What kind of horror game would you be more apt to play?
I
like
have no idea.
Because like, I think you might enjoy Dead Space. Have you played Dead Space?
No.
Because that's also on this list.
Maybe
Dead
like
Space.
OG Doom kind of deal.
Oh, just run and gun? You want like a Call of Duty? Like, let me get through this corridor real quick?
I don't know, dude. I honestly don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you.
Dead Space is cool. Like, there is a crafting aspect to it, but it's crafting weapons, so it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's...
That's more like upgrading.
It's weird because in Dead Space, you're not like this commando. You're not a trained fighter or anything. You're an engineer.
Oh.
So all your weapons are based on construction tools.
Nice.
So you have like a nail gun, a staple gun, like weird shit. And then you upgrade it with like, you can now put railroad spikes in your nail gun and things like that.
Right.
So
that's fucking intense.
It is cool. But it's also, that game has full dismemberment.
Ooh.
So you can take off everything.
Yeah.
And it's dope.
I'll tell you what, dude. I was watching someone play Doom Eternal not too long ago, the new one.
Oh, it looks good.
It looks awesome.
It looks super good.
So cool. It looks like so much fun.
And scary. It looks like it'll traumatize you.
Yeah, but it seems more like a just go and like just kill everything. Not so much like to scare you. It's just like these are just like demons that you're just gonna go kill.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks fun. It looks a lot of fun.
Number 6 on this list is Silent Hill 2.
Never played those games.
2. And it's weird that that's so high on the list because Silent Hill 2 is a PlayStation 2 game. I played Silent Hill and Silent Hill 2, and it's... The jump scares aren't frequent, but somehow, I don't know if it's like the music or the setting, but it's...
Eerie
AF.
Yeah.
Like, it's... You know that phrase, the silence is deafening?
Yeah.
That's it's tangible there. And you're like, I don't know what's going on.
I feel like they used fog more than anybody else.
Darkness. In number 2 was darkness, but I think number 1 did have a lot of fog.
Like white knuckling your table right now.
Number
dude.
2 is where I don't know if you're familiar with any of the Silent Hill characters, but that's where we encounter for the first time the nurses. Have you seen the movie?
No.
Silent Hill?
No.
There's a very specific scene with nurses that's very chilling, but that's where you meet the nurses in this PlayStation 2 game. And then Pyramid Head is the big...
Right.
Yeah, that's where you get that guy from. He's the fucking nemesis of Silent Hill.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
I think I played a Silent Hill demo or something at one point.
However, Pyramid Head as a villain boss, in my opinion, is shit because he's just a damage sponge.
Yeah.
And it's like
he's slow, right? It's not
he's
like
slow, and it's like I've now developed all these skills to craft on the fly, to make bullets and stuff, but really all it comes down to is shoot at him for half an hour.
Yeah. Half an hour? Is that really how long it takes?
Kind of. It's because it's slow. You know, you got to creep around. You don't want him to see you, and and then run away again. It's like The Last of Us. Have you played The Last of Us?
No, I don't want to.
Why?
I don't know.
It's not okay. It is kind of scary, but I mean, once you get over the idea of like they're just infected and they're not zombies, it's a little different.
Yeah.
I'm looking for. Oh, okay. Number 1 on this list of best horror games to scare you is Resident Evil 7.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't wrong in being completely terrified of that game. That's good.
Because according to this article, it is the first one that adds the VR aspect to it, which I agree is a fucking game changer.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm gonna take your VR, but I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, come on.
No way, dude. No way.
When I played it on like your game, it's such a different experience to be in the house than to be in the house.
No. I can't do it. No. I gotta have I have to be able to escape really quickly. You know what I mean? I gotta be able to look away and be like, okay, I'm in reality.
I guess.
I need that ability.
You know what's cool about the VR and then putting it into a horror experience is that when you put it on, like when you play with the VR and you have the headset on, you already feel vulnerable because you can't see anything.
And anybody at any point could just give you a nut tap and just fucking ruin your day.
Just bite your nipple right off.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, this is 40X shit.
Yeah, just put a dick in your mouth. And
that was one time. One time. But they did a good. You know how they make movies and then they're also available in 3D, but it's been converted to 3D.
Yeah.
I feel like in RE7, what they did was they made it with VR in mind because when you put the headset on and you put the headphones in, you're in it. It's surround. So when you're walking through that hallway where the crazy bitch comes at you with a glass, you hear on the left side the rain on the window, and then your feet creak below you, and the house, because it's wood, it makes noise, and hear it's fucking.
I just can't.
Whew, my hands are so sweaty.
I know.
Thinking about the experience.
I still have the game. I can't bring myself to pop it in. It scared the shit out of me, and if I do, I get 10 minutes further. Save game. All right. Switch.
we should as
sit down together and
me, you, maybe some other person.
Not on VR though.
No, we rotate.
No,
we rotate.
I'll do it on VR.
We rotate.
I'm so scared. I'm not even I haven't even done it and I'm scared.
It is terrifying. Well, immersive. I wouldn't say that it gets more scary, but the scary feels more tangible now that it's on your face.
Right.
So
they fuck with your brain.
It's
dude.
an experience.
Yeah, they take
so
advantage
different.
of how we're able to place ourselves just from sound and you put yourself there or they put you there.
Yeah,
they manipulate you very well.
It's a fucking. They did a great job with it. So props to Capcom for killing it. But yeah, RE7 number 1 for best game to, and I think it's the VR aspect because that will make you shit some bricks for a second.
I mean, I played it without it and I was still scared, really scared, more scared than I've ever been watching a movie for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited for the PS5 version of Resident Evil and then the PS5 version of VR. I want to try
Resident Evil 8,
Resident Evil X or something. I don't know, or it's just evil. There's not Resident anymore, dude. We're just evil.
It'll probably just be, they'll probably just go back to Resident Evil and just.
They should. Every generation, they should just be like, here's Resident Evil.
It's you know what it is.
This is RE2. That's true. That was that. All right, next list. And I want you to, this is just 10. It's the 10 best video games of all time.
Okay, this is more to calm.
Do you want to start at 10 or do you want to start at 1?
We started at 10, man.
Okay.
Countdown.
Number 10.
What are you best-selling games of all time?
Yes.
Okay.
Best-selling video games of all time. Now, I'm going to give you the stats about it, and I want you to guess what it is.
Okay.
So, number 10 with over 30 million copies. It came out in May of 2012 on all platforms. And I want to say it is, but I may be talking out of my ass. I'm pretty sure it's a Blizzard game.
I have no fucking idea.
Maybe I should give you a timer.
You get one of those sand.
All right, I'll
things
give you
that
number
flip
10
over,
for free,
like
and then
Taboo.
we'll go past it. Number 10 with 30 million copies is Diablo 3.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes
well,
sense.
dude. Okay, that's kind of cheap. Here, I'll tell you why.
Why?
So here, you want to know how I got Diablo 3? When they were coming out with it, they were like, "Hey, if you buy a year of World of Warcraft subscription, you get Diablo 3 for free." So that's how I did it.
So it's like U2 is like, we have the most downloaded album of all time.
Yeah, it's like you forced it on us, dude.
Yeah, you
But-
spit on it and put it in my ass.
Yeah, so I'm sure they got a lot of sales that way because most people are like, well, I mean, I'm going to play WoW for another year. So I might as well get this free game.
Well, it says sold,
But,
though.
I mean,
so
they can manipulate what that means.
there's an asterisk right there.
Yeah. But I did buy it again on PS3.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it worth it?
Yeah, that's a great game because, well, here's the thing. When I got on PC, it was like the base version, and then when I got on PS3, it came with like the expansions.
Oh, everything
and
else.
shit. Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense. Okay.
So I wanted to play the new class and all that stuff. Actually, I thought about getting it for the PS4 too, because it's just fun. It's just fun. Go in and just fuck shit up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Hack and slash.
Number 9. This one has 33.09 million sales. Came out in 2009 on the Nintendo Wii.
Far Cry 2.
It's actually Wii Sports Resort.
But that came with the console,
The Resort?
didn't it?
I think Wii Sports did. But I think
Oh,
Wii
Resort?
Sports Resort.
What is
was
Resort? It comes with like shuffleboard,
Like round 2. I don't know. It doesn't give me a breakdown. It just names it. No,
backgammon and shit, like this old people shit. Like, what is that a
probably.
resort?
There's probably. It's probably like a Mario Party shit where there's
Ping
different
pong.
games and shit. Yeah.
ping pong.
Table tennis,
Sorry.
billiards.
Yeah.
Stupid. Number 8 with 37 million came out in April of 2008. Also on the Nintendo Wii. IGN scores it at 8.9. What do you think it is?
Super Mario Sunshine.
Mario Kart Wii.
Ooh, that was close.
You were close. Very close.
I don't know why Mario Sunshine. I don't even think that was a good selling Mario game.
Nintendo's kind of killing this list so far. I mean,
They always
2
do.
out of
It's
10.
because they have Japan, dude.
It's because they have Japan and they've been at it for so long.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Like,
And they're like that family aspect
yeah.
that
They
really lends well to them.
They found their lane early and
Yeah.
they stayed there.
Exploited it.
Yeah, they turned their 1-lane game into the 91 freeway. It's
Yeah, I
like,
know.
it's the
Whenever
same one.
I see a Wii game that's rated mature, I was like, whoa, they took a step.
How'd you get that to sell?
Yeah.
Number 7 with over 40 million copies from 1985.
Whoa, Tetris. Mario.
Super Mario
Yeah.
Brothers.
I think Tetris is probably number 1 on this list, huh?
We'll see. We're
Yeah.
at number 6 now.
That would be my guess. Tetris is number 1.
Okay.
I think Grand Theft Auto 5 is probably like number 3 or 4.
That's not fair.
Why?
They keep releasing that game. You keep getting it. Like
we said, it's been across 3 generations.
yeah,
It's
fucking
so
A.
ridiculous.
What other game has done that?
It's so
In that
ridiculous.
iteration, that's like playing the Nintendo Wii and playing the original Super Mario Brothers.
it doesn't
it's like
even
playing
make sense.
Donkey Kong.
Dude, you go into a GTA Online lobby now, it's like you're on an alien planet.
Yeah.
It's like,
What is this fucking modded
Yeah,
out?
dude.
This looks like far
flying cars and shit.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Number 6 with 45 million. Initially released in February of 1996 on the Game Boy. IGN scored it as a 10.
10 out of 10? Pokemon Gold.
Pokemon Red, Blue, Green,
Okay.
and Yellow.
That makes more sense. Yeah. I should've
Gold
said
is a
that.
later, but
Yeah, yeah.
you were on there. Yep,
Yeah.
you were on there. All right, number 5. Number 5 came out
Does
in
that count
2000
all of them? They count all those together?
Well, that first gen, yeah.
That
The
isn't-
Red,
that's
Blue,
not fair.
Red, Blue, and Yellow came out in the same 2-year span.
Did anybody buy all of them?
I got close.
You're fucking.
I think I stopped.
There's no
at-
difference, right? You just get a different Pokemon?
No, there's a between Red. So Red and Blue is the original,
Yeah.
and then they redid red and blue for something, and it was fire red and leaf green.
Okay.
Which is also original 150. Yellow was
The Pikachu.
the Pikachu, yeah. And then
Is that the only one you got the Pikachu? Like you were able to.
yellow?
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
able to get it from the start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You had to.
I think that I played that one.
Yellow was cool because then you had to interact with the Pikachu.
Because who didn't want the Pikachu?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's like
And
you
then
saw Ash catch him on the cartoon.
Gold and Silver is when they start expanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I kind of fell off because then it went from 150 to like 400.
They should have just made more evolutions.
Like Digimon, yeah.
You know, instead of like having new Pokemon, it's
Yeah.
like just make Charizard. I don't know.
A commando Charizard.
Charlarge. Chargantuan.
A Blazazard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Something like.
An Infernal Zord.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But then,
Anyway.
how do you sell more toys?
Right.
You can just make new Pokemon.
More cards.
Number 5, halfway through this list at 50 million sales. Came out in 2017. Also needs to note that the free-to-play downloads do not count in the sales total.
Oh, so Fortnite.
Nope.
Free to play 2017. That wasn't Apex. Can't be. I have no idea.
PUBG.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Number
People
4.
bought that more?
Yeah.
That's weird, dude.
Yeah. Because people started streaming it and they're like, how do we get it? And then
No.
they were
And
like,
they're
we
like,
should just start charging
Joke's
people.
on you, bitch.
Yeah, because PUBG came out and it got popular when it was in beta.
Right.
And so once it was out of beta, they can now be like, oh, now you have to give us money for it.
Mhm,
Even
mhm.
though nothing changed.
I haven't even opened that since I downloaded it last month.
It's not as fun. I understand, but it's like going back to the roots of like, oh, here's the original Battle Royale.
yeah.
But then Call of Duty does it so much better.
Right.
Because, it gives us that we have short attention spans.
Yeah.
Number 4, we're just going to go over because we skipped it. Wii Sports.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That's, again, cheap.
Number 3, September 2013. IGN scored it a 10 out of 10.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
You right?
Yep.
Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
That is crazy. How many copies was it?
110 million and counting.
God, dude, that's so ridiculous. For like a game that like, it's not like they. I don't know. I mean, I know they keep coming out with stuff, but it's not like they have expansions of like expanding the world, making it bigger. You know what I mean? Like it's it's the same
content.
shit.
It's content on the same world.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I agree.
I just I
They've
don't know,
somehow
man.
managed to turn it into the fucking cash cow, though.
Yeah, they.
Ridiculous.
It's a good game. Like especially the story, like the campaign was awesome.
Yeah, it is a good game, and it is.
But
Grand Theft GTA in general laid the groundwork for a lot of successful games now.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that it's number 3 on this all time is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it's not even like because I know like Grand Theft Auto 3 was like a big, and Vice City was a big game.
Yeah.
And like those aren't even on this list.
I feel like Grand Theft Auto has steadily done better. It's like they have sequels and you're like, oh, that wasn't as good as the old one, but it's always better.
They always improve.
It's always bigger.
Yeah.
It's always more explosions, more cars. It's great. Number 2 at 200 plus million.
Goodness gracious.
IGN scored it a 9. May 17th, 2009 is when it was initially released. What is it?
2009. Oh my god. I have no idea.
Give up?
Yeah, I give up.
Minecraft.
Oh, you losers.
Right? It's almost upsetting that it's number 2. You're like, come on, guys. Why don't you just play Roblox?
That game is so dumb.
Roblox.
That game is so stupid. Everything about it's dumb.
I agree. It's the reason Fortnite has building, if we're being
shitty
real.
graphics. Oh, you're probably right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And like destroying stuff.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yep.
good point. I never thought about that.
How do you ping that market that you want? You give them something they already know how to do, and you add guns to it.
Wow.
So
Yeah, that's pretty brilliant.
they're very smart
Yeah,
fuckers.
good for them.
But you know what? they didn't make it on this fucking list. So
yeah, that's true. Well, they should have started charging earlier.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Realistically.
They still aren't. Well, they're making money hand over fist, so.
No. Fuck.
Yeah.
Number 1, 500 million. It's been on sale since 1984.
Tetris.
Tetris.
I actually knew that.
It's the most timeless video game ever created. Ever.
Yep.
Ever.
And
ever.
that spawned Dr. Mario, which is great too.
Yeah.
That the new version they came out with on the iOS devices is awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in a long time, but it's really good. They have a versus mode and everything. It's fucking great.
All right.
Yeah, Tetris is great, dude. Like for whatever reason, like it's extremely satisfying game to play and really simple.
No end.
I can't believe that it was as popular as it was, considering it was made by a Russian.
Oh, really?
And
That's dope.
Yeah.
What a fucking... It was probably like the fucking treadmill. It was probably meant to be torture.
Yeah, dude.
Some white dude was like, watch me crush it right now.
Yep.
So.
Made by some Russian dude. I remember having Tetris on like my Game Boy Pocket.
Oh.
And he, like on the start, like the load or start screen, whatever you want to call it, there was like the St. Petersburg Tower things.
Oh.
And I was like, the fuck? You know?
That's weird.
Yeah, but then...
Then it made sense later. Yeah. That makes
And
total
it
sense.
said created by Alexander Tretosky. Or whatever the fuck his name is.
Created in Chernobyl. Powered by Sled Dog. What else is Russian fucking stereotypes? Vodka.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that was
That's
our
like
list.
the only thing that came out of Russia that was like video game. Like
I thought you were gonna say the only good thing that came out of Russia, and I was like, excuse me, have you seen Anna Kournikova? You shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
She's a terrible player, but
like I mean, you never hear about like technology from Russia.
No, it's because we steal it, bro.
No, they're just too drunk to make anything good.
I guess. What's the population density of Russia? That's probably
well,
the
that's a
problem.
weird question because it's so big.
Yeah, it is huge.
So like your cities, I'm sure are very dense, but once you get into like Siberia, you know, good luck.
Welcome to prison.
Like, well, if the train breaks down in the middle of Siberia, we'll just count our losses.
Looks like Verdansk.
It would be cool to take a train ride through Siberia, I think.
With a gun?
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah, with all the necessary safeguards in place, of course. But
with a special operations team in tow.
Yeah, of course. But I don't know. I want to travel, dude. I want to go to Southeast Asia.
I want to travel too. I'm going to get rid of my dog and just let him go and then go travel.
Why don't you just take him with you?
Seems like a hassle.
Just get a backpack thing that you can like put him on.
Where's your first place you go to travel? Where would you want to see? I want to go to Japan.
I would love to go to Japan. I would love to go to Tokyo. That would be really cool.
I don't know how much a genuine samurai sword costs, but I would like
a lot, I'm sure. And you have to wait 6 months for it to be made.
I don't care. Not anymore. No,
yeah, but if you want it done right, if you want it done like traditionally,
I want it done right,
but
I want it done
bestow curses upon it
efficiently.
And like etch
no, it
words
used to
into
take
it.
long because they used to hammer it, but now we have hydraulic presses that make it so much simpler.
You don't want that.
I do want it
you
because
you want a fucking samurai. That's
here's the problem
Boing.
with the hammer is that you get an inconsistent strike with every fold, and that's why you have to fold it so many times. Is because you have to meld it in, you have to get out the impurities. But with the press, you don't have to fold it as many times, and you get consistency.
You should
across
start
the blade.
sword making.
You don't think I want to?
That'd be cool.
You don't think I would be
Dude.
down to just fill my fucking wall up with swords that I've made?
Dude, that would be dope as fuck.
Dude, one of my favorite things on YouTube to watch is the guy, the armorer guy. He makes all this, like the anime swords, all of them.
Why?
Because he can.
He probably gets
Because he's got a
monetized
metal
on
shop.
YouTube for
Well,
it.
I mean, if you make those things, there's a market that will buy them.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
cosplayers.
for
Like if
sure,
you make
for
a fucking
sure.
Buster Blade, you better make 30, bro, because you're gonna have
Yeah.
to sell them.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point.
I want a katana though.
Yeah.
I want a samurai. I want the double samurai sword, the katana and the kodachi.
I would like to go somewhere where I like walk into the village and all the people want to touch my beard. That's the kind of experience that I want. Like I want them to have never seen a white person before and just like be like wondering about my skin and shit like that. Like
So you're
that,
going to Africa?
yeah, or like Southeast Asia. There's some places there that
I don't know. Fucking the British got there pretty early, bro.
I can go to Laos,
Laos,
Cambodia.
I guess I don't want to go to Cambodia.
Why?
I don't know. Sounds like I get shot by a child
You're
soldier or
fucking
something.
racist.
Probably. I don't know. Scary. I only want to go to like the Philippines. That's enough brown people, you know?
Yeah.
Everything else sounds like pirates and shit.
Philippines would be fun. Go to Manila.
I hear it is fun.
Yeah.
I hear it's amazing.
That's what all the Filipinos say.
Yeah. Then I'm like, then why'd you guys all come here? Why are y'all here? If it's so fucking great, why'd you leave? So.
Let's see where else. I mean, I don't know, Europe. I feel like Europe is like where you, it's like your starter travel place.
I'd rather end there.
Yeah. But like if you're not like experienced in travel, I feel like that's where to go.
All right. Post-COVID, Gameboiz has to go on a world tour.
Yeah.
Gameboiz World Tour.
Do live podcasts.
Live shows.
For nobody.
I mean, we're doing it now.
Yeah.
So
True.
why not just carry it around? Because like if we can monetize this and we record a podcast, how much of that just becomes a business expense now?
That's
how
true.
much of that can we just write off? I don't give a fuck if I have an audience.
We can only pay $750 in taxes.
Don't even get me started on that. Do not.
Wouldn't you do the same though?
Yeah, I'm not mad that that's what happened because that's the system.
Yeah.
You know? Like
get mad at the people that made the laws.
Yeah, I was explaining this to someone maybe yesterday that like I am not upset that Donald Trump became president because he took advantage of the system.
Yeah.
I'm not upset that he didn't pay his taxes because he was taking advantage of the system.
Mm-hmm.
The system allowed him to do it. He's a technicality.
By the way, everybody would also do if they had the opportunity. And if you say you don't, you're a lying California pussy.
I mean, he hasn't paid the taxes and he still owes taxes, which is a different problem altogether.
Okay, that's a problem, but
the fact that he's paying so little is a flaw of the system.
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
Right, exactly.
I wish I was just that smart. I want to know what
Trump 2020.
What H&R Block does he go to? Because I'm in for that.
And they're like, how many bombs did you drop on Yemen this year, Mr. President? We're going to write those off on your taxes.
7 bombs.
I dropped all the bombs. The most bombs you've ever seen.
It was huge.
Huge explosions. Huge explosions. You should have seen all the people burning alive. I feel like every president should be in jail after they're done. You know? Like, you killed so many people. There's not a single one.
Or you have to go into, like, gladiatorial combat to fight for your life.
Yeah. You have to earn your right to not be in jail for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I kind of wish that we still had, like, warlords and stuff. Like, if you wanted to lead, you had to lead from the front. Like Alexander the Great style.
Right.
Like,
it was always amazing that like they'd be the first in battle, but they'd never die somehow.
Yeah. Well, that's because they would always surround themselves. It was a tactical decision. They'd be in the front for the initial charge, but they'd eventually start going into the middle because their vanguard would bring them back to keep them safer. Because the vanguard wasn't there to attack; they were there to protect.
I see.
So, like when they're always like Spartans were the best warriors, yes, but they're also just smart. What they would do is they would line up with other Greeks and then figure out where the weakest link was and set themselves up in front of that.
Wow.
So if you had, just like you knew that tribe was all potters, you're like, all right, we're going to go on the left side. We're going to hold that phalanx. We're going to break it there and then just annihilate. So they were good, but they were just smart. Tactical. Yeah. I wish I was that smart.
Same.
And apparently,
where you could take over the world.
In Spartan society, as long as you were a citizen of Sparta, it genuinely didn't matter what color your skin was or what gender you were. Like, as long as you were a member of society, you were considered equal.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Then they did a good job. Like in 300, I know 300 was I don't want to say an extrapolation of the truth, more or less, but that's kind of how they portrayed that society.
Yeah.
It was like on the same level.
Yeah.
It was the way he like spoke with like his wife and shit was like very like equal.
Yeah.
And not like I'm going to tell you what to do kind of thing.
And I think it's because like even in 300 you see that like you have to earn your place.
Yeah, but they also fucked little boys. So.
Yeah, but then they earned their place too.
And then they were able to fuck little boys too. So.
This is a slippery slope, but some could argue that it was definitely grooming and it was definitely exploitive, but it wasn't done in malice because it was that practice of being intimate with your brothers in arms and your quote unquote colleagues that allowed them to fight to the death for each other. It's like I'm not just fighting for my friend.
Yeah.
We fuck. I love
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna take him from me.
That's adorable.
It's adorable and
It's a great love
little
story,
scary.
really. Yeah.
a little scary. It's like I love this guy, but I met him when he was 8.
Right.
So it's a little squirrely.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, sure, man. You can make that argument all you want. I will not back it, but I see what you're saying.
It's just there's a lot of bad with it, but there's plenty of good that I think came out of Sparta in general as a society. Because like there's plenty of Greeks that referred to Spartans as educated, well-spoken, well-read, respectful across the board. Like they were the people that if an old man came, they would give their seat to the old man.
Right.
Mostly because if you're an old dude in Sparta, you're probably fucking shit up.
Right.
You don't grow old in that society.
Just like cultural, like advancement, like not advancement, but like
a societal advancement. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And it's almost like Nazi Germany with technology. It's like without that, we probably wouldn't have the shit that we have.
Exactly. Yeah.
And while it was
the Greeks created
terrible,
democracy.
Yeah, terrible situation. We got a lot.
Now we got rockets.
Yeah,
and
we got
shit.
a lot of cool shit out of it.
We got microwaves.
We go to the moon. Like, you name it, dude.
We even lost like 5 shuttles, and we kept sending people up. It's totally fine.
Don't care. We just stole Nazis and said, "Now you build for us."
Yeah. Or you die.
Yeah.
And then hope the public doesn't find out.
And then when they do find out, it won't matter.
Yeah.
Because
they're like, it was 60 years ago,
dead.
bro.
Yeah.
Operation Paperclip
Also,
9.
we beat the Russians to the moon. So what are you complaining about?
We didn't beat them to space, though.
Whatever, dude. That shit don't matter.
It
you know
does.
it's the moon. That's a real important thing.
But that's fake, bro.
We also made it to Mars first. I just want to say that, too.
Nobody's made it to Mars, though.
Well, I mean, we put something on Mars.
I'm surprised Russia didn't just like try to slingshot one thing towards Mars.
Just a rock.
Maybe it'll make it.
I don't think they care anymore.
Did you see Tesla's car is their Roadster?
No.
Elon Musk sent that Roadster on their Falcon. It made it to Mars.
What a dick.
Yeah, right.
Fuck you,
But
Elon. Send it to me.
Give me your goddamn thing.
Fuck you.
Well, I'm sure it was just a shell because like to get it off the ground, you want to shave as much weight.
Yeah.
Have you seen those fuckers re-land? Like land the...
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
No.
It looks like you're watching it in reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We're in a simulation, bro.
Phenomenal. It's like...
I like how people are like, it fucked up a couple times. Of course it did. Look at what it's doing.
You don't expect some bugs in that, dude?
It's landing reverse on a platform in the ocean, bro.
Yeah, moving water, wind is blowing.
Yeah.
Like, imagine all the factors that have to go into that. Like, oh my God.
People fuck up landing planes on there. This thing's doing it on its own.
Amazing. It's just...
So if you want to sponsor the Gameboiz podcast, Elon Musk, we're down.
Sponsored by Tesla.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
This episode is brought to you by SpaceX. Oh, I want to say that. Maybe we talked it into existence, bro. We're out of lists.
Neuralink.
We're out of short lists, at least.
Are you going to get a Neuralink when they come out?
I'm going to, dude. I'll
Yeah,
sign up
that's
for
what
the
I'm
beta,
saying,
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Sign up for
Everybody's
the
so
beta.
scared of this shit.
not
Like,
scared.
fucking embrace it,
I'm
man.
not scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to suck, but just don't be poor, okay?
Yeah.
Don't be poor. Be rich by the time it comes out. You'll be fine.
I would. Yeah, I'll be homeless with a Neuralink if I have to.
I think everyone's going to be homeless with a Neuralink.
It'll just create a house around me, and so in my augmented reality, I'll be home.
You're all in the middle of winter like, dude, this AC in this house is
amazing.
ridiculous right now. This is some Yeti shit.
But hopefully, I don't know. Maybe it can change the temperature of your body.
I hope not.
But like, you never know what it's gonna do.
Then someone's going to hack it and give you a fever, bro, and you die.
Fine. That's fine. I don't care.
That's why you need a VPN and a firewall for your Neuralink.
Exactly.
You can
I'm
attach.
I'm in, dude. When I can see like shit in front of my eyes.
Yeah, I'm not scared of that shit.
Yeah,
Why are you afraid of progress, people?
I agree.
Make that shit
Yeah,
happen.
you didn't want smartphones either, I'm sure. You know,
right? And now everyone
Watch
has it.
it's a necessity.
All right. Yeah, so is the latest Apple Watch. All right.
I'm already gonna get one. I don't need to spend more money. So
All right, well, it's a slow build. I'll get you to buy one.
yeah.
Where do you have any? Are you booked anywhere, bro? Too many to count?
Yeah,
Is
dude.
that scoff?
It's overflowing.
If they want to see your dates, where can they go to catch you?
at @the_Slim Henderson on Instagram, at Slim Henderson on Twitter, even though I'm not on those things right now because of the state of the world and I'm already angry. So
follow him and then he'll get back to you after November.
yeah, if you send me a message on Instagram, I check my socials like once a day now.
That's fair.
I don't even look at the post. I just look to see if I have like notifications, messages, and shit.
I hate when it's a notification. You're like, hey, your friend posted something. I don't know.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
I hate that too.
fucking assholes.
It's annoying.
But he's on there eventually. I'm at the George F everywhere. Follow us, guys, at the Buddy System Co. And if you like Buddy System shit or you just need some content, go to the www.thebuddysystem.co for everything. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Hadouken!